Hey everyone, how's everybody doing? I just want to give people like another 5 minutes. It is 11:14. I am going to give people until 20 minutes, so that way I can, officially talk to everybody. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch up and I'm going to put this microphone on. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, y'all. I think we got this. Hopefully the microphone's working. Yeah, 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes, y'all. We're gonna actually begin this at like 11:20. Okay, we're gonna give this 11:20. Quite sure there's some people out there that's about to go out, and I'm probably gonna start doing this more often. And I want to tell you why in a little bit. Okay. As a matter of fact, I want to add something to my notes real quick. Okay, so we're gonna do this in about 4 minutes. In about 4 minutes. How is everybody's weekend so far? Is anybody there? All right, we're going to do this in about 4 minutes. Three minutes. Mm-hmm. Well, while we're waiting in the 5 minutes, we got in about three. Okay, in about 2 minutes. While we're waiting for 2 minutes, just to let everybody know, that all is well in here. Let's see, what can I talk about before I go? Because I really don't want to go into like the main subjects until I actually start at 11:20. Okay. I wanted to do this live thing specifically for a specific reason, and I want to do more live stuff, and I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. Because boy, I have some fun things to talk about. Some pretty fun things to talk about. So we got in about 2 minutes, in less than 2 minutes. Actually, I'm looking at the clock right here, and actually it's 30 seconds. I don't want to cheat anybody. So 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, yeah, because I'm looking at the live, it's saying 4:38. So 20 seconds. In about 15 seconds, we're really going to truly start this. All right, so if you're watching this part of the video, I'm sorry. It's about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, we've been live for about like 5 minutes, but I wanted to give people 5 minutes to come on and check me out. Welcome to my live broadcast, HB Gibson's The Xone, and we are live here in the studio here today. We're live. So, how's everybody's weekend? I hope everybody's weekend is cool so far. Lots of things going on. It's the holidays. People shopping, people decorating, getting themselves ready to for the holiday season. Christmas is going to be Tuesday. Unfortunately, I got to work. Yes, I'm working for the next 3 days. Doing the full-time job. I got one viewer so far. Okay, whoever you are, hello. Thanks for joining the live broadcast. Thank you for joining the live broadcast. And yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to be working for the next couple of days, so I got to get up tomorrow and go to work Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So yeah, wow. But hey, listen. Okay, I get time and a half, but but we're going to be talking about that though. We're going to be talking about possibly the future of this show and how it relates to the job. So to everyone here that is watching this live, or if you're watching it recorded and everything, thank you for taking the time to watch. There's a lot to talk about. First and foremost, I am never above admitting a blunder. I'm never above admitting a blunder. I watched Titans last night, and if you've watched my episode of Elseworlds and the possible connection between Elseworlds and Titans, when Mace Man made that little assessment, and I do remember that he did said, we could be right, we could be wrong, we really don't know. So we're going to be going into spoiler territory. So if you haven't watched Titans, so this might be considered spoiler. If you haven't watched Titans on the DC streaming service, please do check it out and then come back and check me out once this live is done, and then you can make your assessment, make your comparisons and everything. But if you saw Elseworlds, you saw the condition of Wayne Enterprises. Kate Kane, Batwoman, took over Wayne Enterprises, trying to rebuild it. Everything was in shambles. Everything was messed up. And when we saw the trailer for Titans, we saw Dick Grayson advancing on Wayne Manor, advancing on Batman. We got to see Batman. We didn't see his face, but we saw enough of him for it to be a presence. And we saw Batman just losing it. And we saw Jason Todd rolling up in a wheelchair, saying that he got cut down by a bullet and he's in a wheelchair. Right there and then should have been a tip off for me. I thought that the writers were just taking this into like another level. I thought this was going to be like the end of the Batman as we know him, and that his defeat by Dick Grayson, blowing up the Wayne Manor and the Batcave, I thought that would have been the reason why Batman disappeared for 3 years, because of his defeat by Dick Grayson. I didn't think that Dick Grayson would have killed him or anything like that. Maybe just defeated him, stopped him, and just temporarily stopped his operations. And Bruce Wayne, being defeated and everything, messed him up mentally, and he disappeared for 3 years, as it was described in Elseworlds by Kate Kane and and the characters in Elseworlds. So I thought that there was a connection. So as I watched it, and actually my executive producer, Rouge Rose, we both watched it, and we saw the little glitches in between. And that was when we knew, like, something was up. I was like, this isn't really happening. Trigon had control over his mind, and he was going into his dark side. And I guess Trigon, in his own way, was trying to release Dick Grayson by letting him go into his dark side. And that's when we left it. And Rachel was Rachel was pleading for Dick to snap out of it. And Trigon was like, "Yo, hey, listen, I'm helping him. I'm helping him reach his dark side." And we saw it, we saw it end like that. So yeah, I was completely off base. Am I embarrassed? Just a little bit, but not really. Not so embarrassed that I'm taking the episode down or anything like that. I listen. I love doing Mace Man. I love doing the Mace Man character. So with with that being said, hey, listen, I'm only human. Okay, I think there's a lot of people out there that made speculations about a lot of things and they were completely wrong. There are people out there with videos that do nothing but speculate, and they have this clickbait title on it. And I'm not a big fan of clickbait. I'd rather have people click on my stuff and get the real deal. And if I say, if I do make a speculation, at least I say it. But some people just say, it probably will be this, it'll probably be that. We really don't know. Do me a favor. If you're going to do a speculation video, just admit that it is speculation. And don't clickbait people saying, yeah, Luke Skywalker is definitely going to be alive in episode 9. And all you're doing is speculating. You don't have any proof. I don't like that. At least I say we really don't know, or this is just speculation. At least admit it. Say that you're speculating. Don't give people the runaround and have, just for views. I'd rather get views for being honest and being for real and giving my real feelings about things. So that's what that's what I wanted to say about that. But yeah, I was way off base. There was no connection between Titans and Elseworlds at all. I only went with what I saw on the Titans trailer before the actual episode was released. And people make mistakes all the time. People make mistakes all the time. But what is inexcusable to me is when people put up this false title and all they're doing is speculating without admitting that it's speculating. Put it in your title. Possibly, possible, and put in your comments. Put in your description that it is speculation. Okay. Don't lure people like that. Don't listen. I want to get views too, but I want to get views right. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. All right. So yeah. So that Titans episode, it was good. It was fantastic. But like I said, we now know that it was just Dick Grayson in his own mind, all the things that he was concerned about, all the things that he's worried about. And let's talk about that post-credit. The moment that containment unit showed up on screen and I saw that white dog, I was like, Superboy and Crypto. Superboy and Crypto. Hold on. Come on, man. Leave me alone. Superboy and Crypto. I knew it. And then it came to total fruition when we saw the close-up of that Superman tattoo on his arm. So we're going to get Superboy hopefully in season 2. Okay, season 2. So that was a spoiler. We're probably going to get Superboy in season 2. And speaking of Teen Titans and Young Justice type situations here, I saw the trailer for Doom Patrol. And if you recall, there was an episode about for Doom Patrol, and they made their appearance, their debut on Titans, and of course, there's going to be a Doom Patrol series, which is going to be featuring, surprisingly, a character, Cyborg. Cyborg is going to be in Doom Patrol. I was really surprised. I did not think that they were going to do that. But this is DC streaming service. They can do whatever they want. They can put Batman in something like they did with that last episode of Titans. And they showed just enough Batman to, that was somewhat satisfying. I didn't see the bat symbol on his chest. I saw like a blank thing on his chest. I didn't really see the bat symbol on his chest. So I guess they gave us just enough to show that he was there, and they did it in a way that was pretty okay. You know, I was happy with what they. I really wanted more Batman. I ain't gonna lie, but it was good for what it was, and obviously the reasons why they did it that way. You know, Batman is still their cash cow. They don't want to show too much. He's still a viable commodity in the movies, but there was enough. So, but we can at least say that the whole thing about never having Batman on television is not really completely true. We still don't know whether Batman is fully going to show up on Gotham. We really don't know. They're advertising about the fact that the Dark Knight, you know, will show up, and the Dark Knight is coming, or the Dark Knight is rising, or something like the Dark Knight will be in the season finale of Gotham. So we really don't know. I think a Batman television series would be awesome. I think it could be good. They could do the more detective style Batman on there. If they want to cut back on special effects, they could do that. If they want to do more detective, Batman the detective or something like that, that would be really cool. I would love that. But because they had Superman on there, and you know how I felt how they did Superman kind of dirty on the Elseworlds thing. They made him weak and everything. I didn't really like what they did with Superman. But like I said, I am not a Supergirl hater, not by any means. I enjoy Supergirl. I think she's a delightful character, but it's just that don't make your flagship character so weak just to make somebody else look good. Don't do that. It's not cool. I think that's kind of unfair to the character, the flagship character of DC. And we saw Doom Patrol, like I said, we saw Cyborg. That was the whole spiel about me seeing Batman and Superman. DC is starting to take some liberties, I think, to like start showing their flagship characters more on television rather than in the movies. And they're doing that. They're starting to do it a little bit. Now, as far as movies, so we're going to get off of DC for a second. As far as movies, before I get into Aquaman, no, I didn't get to see Mortal Engines just yet. I didn't see Bumblebee just yet. I'm a little disappointed on how the news about Mortal Engines being called a bomb. I still want to see it. I still want to see it on a big screen. I still want to enjoy a real steampunk movie. I will try to see if I could see it this week and this coming week, and then do a review on it. But definitely will be seeing Bumblebee. We'll be doing a review on that one. Aquaman, my review for Aquaman is up. I did a little special effect comedy thing there. Please do check it out. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put. I'll be putting a link in the description after I'm done with this live broadcast. All right. So so if you're watching it and it's not live, the link is in the description. But for those of you who are watching live, I'll put it in the description once I'm done. Okay, so please do check out my Aquaman review. Now, let's talk about my Patreon. The Patreon is coming up. Listen, I know there's a lot of people out there that have Patreons. Lots of people. Lots of people want to make YouTube their living. Lots of people want to, quit their jobs and do this for a living. And I believe it is possible. When you do the right thing and you promote yourself and get around the right people, put up the right content. If you have that type of a personality where people will dig you, and you're energetic and you edit your stuff right, and you make it exciting. I admit a lot of my videos I don't really think are very exciting, but I try. I do the best that I can. I find that some of my stuff are misspelled. I find misspellings. I find poorly edited videos where I repeat the same thing. And a lot of that is because I'm trying to get it done and I'm rushing because I work a full-time job. All right. I have family. I have responsibilities. I'm trying to do things. I have a lot of things going on. And I want my content to be full. I want to talk the films. I want to be able to review the films, and going to the movies costs money. Traveling to these places to go to the movies costs money. Uh, you know, keeping up my Netflix subscription and my DC streaming service subscription and the cable and everything, it costs money, because I want to bring you entertainment about entertainment. That's what I do. Entertainment about entertainment. I want to keep on doing Mace Man episodes. If you've noticed, I didn't do a Dark Voltage 8 and 9. And I want to tell you why. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be really, royally honest with you. Doing Dark Voltage takes a lot of work. There's a lot of editing. And it hurts me when I am editing these shows and I find myself spending so much time behind the computer that I feel like I am neglecting other things and other people, because I spend so much time at work. And even though, you know, I have people that are behind me and they understand what I'm doing, I still would rather trade my 9 to 5, or my 2 to 10 actually, for a 9 to 5 doing this. I want to do this. I do act. I am an actor. I do a sci-fi web series called Body Jumpers, which will be going back into filming hopefully when the weather gets warmer. And hopefully by then I'll be in better shape. I'll let myself go. There's a film that I did recently called Manhunt with a filmmaker by the name of Franklin Correa. Big shout out to Franklin Correa. It's a suspense action film, and Rouge Rose is also in it as well. And I've come to the conclusion in my life that even though I love acting, even though I enjoy acting, I know that that's probably not going to be my main thing for the time being. In the future, I would like to do my own films, but that's in the future. That's down the line. Okay, I've already got some ideas. Rouge Rose and we have talked about some phenomenal film ideas that we will get into once everything is together. But first things first, I would say that the Xone is the basis of it all. The basis. It is the foundation of everything that I'm doing. And I love doing it. So that's the reason why I'm doing the Patreon. And I would love, if you are so inclined, okay? We content creators, we do our best to be humble, and we don't try to push anything on anyone. But if you are so inclined, once the Patreon has launched, it should be launching in February, that you would consider being a Patreon supporter. And there's nothing better than working at something that you love doing and being able to make an income from it. So that's my spiel on my Patreon right there. So once that Patreon is launched, I will let you know. Okay, I'm working on the awards and the rewards for the Patreon, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of great stuff. A lot of great things are ahead of us. A lot of fantastic things are ahead of us. Now, the winter break. I'm going to talk about a winter break. I would say it's a partial winter break. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, my executive producer Rouge Rose is in the house. She's always looking in and smiling and being supportive. I love when she pokes her head in while I'm doing live and everything. And it's a wonderful distraction, because when I see her smile, it's encouragement. it's encouragement. You know what I'm saying? So when you got somebody strong in your corner, there's nothing better than that. I couldn't be more blessed and more happy in my life to have Rouge in my life. She's very, very special to me.
Can I sit in?
Yeah, sure. She could sit in, sure. So yeah, because I was just telling them about the Patreon, and you know that it's something where I'll possibly be able to do this for a living, and this will make for other things. We have other show ideas. We have movie ideas.
Goodness,
I
yes, we
want,
do.
yeah, I want to do things that no one has ever seen before, you know, brand new stuff. I want to be able to do this show. Now, let me tell you what the Patreon will do. The Patreon will get me more equipment, like a much more powerful computer, upgrade the software, because I want to be able to do shows like this. This is what the Patreon's going to do. I'm going to tell you what the goal is right now. The transparent as possible. A computer, a new computer with more power and with more memory will help me to do shows like this live using a broadcast, like the OBS streaming program software. So that way I will be able to put pictures up in real time. I could just press the button as I'm talking. I could say, so, all right, well, so let's take a look at this photo of the new Superman costume. So I'm gonna bring it up online, and then it fades on, and it fades up like right here. And then I have the lower third down here and say, yeah, now we have a question. If you want to ask me a question, you could send it to hbgibsonxzone@gmail.com. Make sure that you put question in the description when you send the email, and then I could take your questions and be able to, I could type it out, put it on like something that looks like a piece of paper on the background, and press the button and have that fade up, have my picture fade away, and have that picture fade up, and say, this question is from such and such and so and so. What do you think about Nightwing's new costume in DC Comics? And this question comes from so and so, and then I could fade it back to me. And I said, well, you know what? I really like the costume, and I think it's a great interpretation of Nightwing, and I could just talk about blah, 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 blah. I could do that with a powerful computer, with, keeping up my internet, getting better software. I will be able to do a live show similar to the other shows that I already do, but it'll be live, and it will cut editing time. Do you hear me? It will cut editing time. I won't have to sit in front of the computer and edit all night long, because I'll be.
You work very, very hard doing that, like 4, 5, 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Then the following day, you don't even have that much time. You have to go to work. I mean, it's a lot. It's a long, long process, and I know you love it. And you want to do whatever you can with your fans.
Hold on a second.
The content is up to date.
This is what I'm going to do. I want to, you know what? I don't know if you heard what she said, but I'm going to hand this microphone to my fiance, my executive producer. So please tell them what you just told me.
I said that you work very, very hard at editing 4, 5, 6 hours at night. And it's a long process. It's a process that you do love, and you want to give the best to everyone out there, everyone, that's supporting us. And that's basically it.
You heard it from my executive producer, Rouge Rose, in the house. So that's what we're trying to do. It is a 1-tier Patreon. It's what they say, $2 and up. If you can give $2, great. If you can give a little more, fantastic. We're just doing 1 tier for now. We're not trying to grab $5, $10, $20, $30 from you guys. Not yet. But we're starting first on a low. because I know that there's many tiers of Patreons, because people have Patreons. Well, they start, okay, if you give $2, you get these 3 things. And then when you give $5, you get not only these 3 things, but you get an extra. And it goes higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And they have all these levels. And then you have what they call the supporter level, the thank you level, the VIP level.
Well, some of these people are well established. That's why.
Yeah,
we're just introductory. I mean, you've been out for a little while, but still, I mean, we want to get as many fans as possible.
Right. She just said that if you didn't hear, she said that we are low level. We are just starting out, and those folks that have those higher tiers are people that have been doing it for a long time.
Yes.
So we can't really expect to just go out the gate like boom. So we have to, like, we have to build. It's a building process. It's a building process. But like I said, why not do something that I love and know that I'm good at doing, and try to make some money off of it, and that will make the basis for other things that we're trying to do, like films, like television shows, more stuff, getting our entertainment company off the ground. So that's what we're trying to do. So
eventually we're going to do, live venues. We're going to do films.
We're going to be doing live venues.
A lot of creative stuff. It can get into even with comic books, anything.
Hold on. Say that.
I said we're going to hopefully be doing, live venues, comic book shops, and films, sci-fi. It's a lot of things that are, we're getting together, and we just, hopefully we have your support any which way, and that'll do it.
Well, there you go. You heard it. She pretty much said everything that I just said, and just went into detail about it for you. So that's what's happening now. There is a possibility that during the month of January, I'm going to be working on a couple of things. I'm going to be working on the specific reward that will come with the Patreon. So I want to take a month out to make sure that this reward is worked on and established before we launch. So I think a month's time is plenty of time. That being said, I'm also going to be
working on ourselves too.
Working on ourselves health-wise, yeah, and also putting together a couple of cosplays. I'm working on 2 cosplays. One is the Bionic Man, and the other one is Martian Manhunter. So we're trying to get those things together. Now, what convention I'm going to be doing at, that's still up in the air. I know that I'm going to, we'll surprise them. Yeah, we'll surprise them. And, going to be doing an upgrade on Mace Man's costume and everything.
Yes.
We're going to be working on that. Also, let's see, what else am I doing? Yeah, basically that. I'm going to be working on the Patreon award, which is being worked on in January. We're working on it. We're running experiments on it in January to make sure that it's perfected. So that way it'll be worth the $2 Patreons. If people are going to have $2 come from out of their credit cards and out their bank accounts every month, we want to give them perfection. $2 might not be a whole lot, but listen, enough $2 coming out of your pocket, that's blood. Okay.
Any little bit helps at this point.
But every little bit helps. We do appreciate it. Absolutely. So, and also, okay, like I said, the cosplays, I'm working on a Bionic Man costume. I'm working on, it's going to be like a throwback, but paying homage to the $6 million man. So I have a design in my mind as to how I'm going to do it. And also going to still be working on Martian Manhunter. I may make Martian Manhunter later on in 2019, debut it at some convention somewhere. I haven't decided where. And that's basically it. Let me take a look at the show notes. What else? I think I covered everything. Yes, I covered everything on the list. So with that being said, I don't want to stay on too much longer. I think 35 minutes is enough.
One more thing. Also, this is something that I just thought of now. I was thinking about working on calendars.
Calendars, yeah, like what kind of calendars? Like what the
cosplay calendars.
Cosplay calendars. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Yeah, we were talking about doing cosplay calendars. She had a great idea about doing cosplay calendars, so that might be something like in the near future, for sure. So yeah,
Better bodies, better fit,
better fit,
us.
new and improved us. Yeah, so that's one of the things that we're working on. So one of the many things that we're working on. So with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time and watching this video. We have so much more things happening, and we can get even further with all of your support. Even if you're not able to give money, please share, please like, tell people about the channel, so that way I can get more subscribers. So that way, if you're not able to give financially, maybe somebody else might be able to. And in that, you helped. You hear me? I'm going to say it again.
Just getting the word out helps as well.
Just getting the word out and telling people about the show. If you're not able to give financially, if you tell people about the show, those people that are able to can, and if they do, you helped. Yes, you did. All right. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Big shout out to Markiplier on that one. All right. All right. Have a great night. Happy holidays. And I guess I'll probably see you guys probably next week. If I get to the movies. If I get to the movies and I do, yeah, go see Bumblebee, go see Mortal Engines. Those will be my reviews. And then we'll take like a semi break during the month of January. Okay. And then we'll be back on full force in February. All right. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for your viewership. And to my new subscribers, don't fret. I'm not disappearing. Okay. You will see a video or two during January. Okay. So we're not gone. We're just paying attention to other things to build this thing. Okay. All right. So love y'all to life. See you next time.